conversations that I have with women about progressing in their research careers, one of the themes that I hear is that you're contributing so much to the business in a myriad of ways that don't necessarily earn you progression or opportunities for promotion or the pay rises that you feel you've worked so hard for. How many of you have had a fantastic end of year review, exceeded many of your objectives, and are told there are simply no real areas upon which you can improve? And yet, your bonus or pay rise is still only the average level, or you feel stuck at the level that you're at. And despite those efforts to make more of an impact, still not really moving the needle. This will be a great video for you if you know you want to progress to one day heading up an insights function within a client-side organization, or being CEO or MD of an agency, but feel stuck at your current level or position despite the contributions that you clearly make. If we haven't met before, I'm Lara Meyer, coach for women who want to rise even further in their research careers with less stress and greater enjoyment. There is increasing amounts of evidence out there that as women, we are contributing more to things like DE&I initiatives that are deemed important to the business, but don't actually make the cut when it comes to being reviewed in objectives as like performance criteria. For example, the McKinsey Women in the Workplace report found that women leaders are twice as likely as men leaders to spend a substantial amount of time on DE&I work. And 40% of women leaders say that their DE&I work isn't acknowledged at all in performance reviews. And the real kicker here is that the same report also found that when senior women are spread thinner in their roles, covering these additional important responsibilities, 43% of women leaders are burnt out compared to only 31% of men at their level. How will you step up to the next level if you are burnt out and don't have enough energy left in your tank to put your case forward and go for it? What can you do if these or other areas are causing you to make positive contributions, but it leaves you feeling exhausted, burnt out, and not recognized for your efforts? If this sounds like you and you want to get the recognition for the impact you know that you truly are making so that you can progress and make things even better for other women, then I have 3 tips. 1, start by recognizing yourself. When I started to recognize myself for the work that I did and the contributions I made, I found that I better internalized my impact. It made me feel less reliant on hearing it from others, and I felt more confident as a result. Also, as researchers, this should be an absolute dream. You should be keeping a record of all the things you're doing, all the impact that you're making, so you can quantify it. It will be so much easier for you to see your own progress and share it with others. And once you do this, it's actually super easy to go to step 2, which is talk yourself up. Often there's no malice behind the lack of recognition given to you. And yes, your boss needs to know what you're up to, but are they the only one? If you are truly doing things that are important and making a big impact in the business, who else should be hearing about it? What opportunities can you create for yourself to share and talk about what you've been learning, contributing, and how it's been making an impact? It could be things like lunch and learned, or notes going out in the internal comms email, or talking about your efforts on LinkedIn. Get really creative about the ways that you can share your contributions. Finally, create a culture of giving and sharing recognition, because when you're leading by example, it really signals that receiving recognition is important to you. This one isn't an immediate payback, but it's great to give recognition. It feels wonderful. And if you believe in karma, then I think this final one is for you. So if your goal is to rise in your research career, then you really do need to ensure that you are recognized for all that you contribute. Start by getting comfortable recording and quantifying your own progress and becoming even more visible when you're sharing it with others. You might even be surprised at the kind of opportunities that it might land you. If any of this has resonated with you, then I invite you to join me for one of my virtual events and come along to a 1-hour online session that happens every month. You can sign up using the link below, or just drop me an email or DM on LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever's easiest for you, and we can arrange a time to talk. Thanks for watching.